Well, good afternoon, everybody. Decided as has been a bit overcast or cloudy today in the southeast, I'd grab a bit of sunshine, and headed down to Faro in the Algarve of Portugal, and I plan on kicking off our GA Flying Club tour of Portugal. So today I'll do a couple of legs, I think, hopefully, if I don't get lost. And so we're going to fly. So we're down here in Faro. We're going to follow along the coast past Vila Moura, Albufeira to Portimao, and then from Portimao we'll go round the mountains or hills here, and head up northwards towards Sines. Now Sines, on little nav map, it doesn't show anything, but if I zoom in, there is an airstrip here, so that's where I plan to land. Don't think there's very much there, but trying to find it might be a bit difficult, so we'll have to see. Hopefully we come up the coast, we should be heading straight for it, so that's the plan for this afternoon. So let's jump into the aircraft and get ourselves up and running, hopefully. I'm in the classic because I thought I'd go back to basics. So we'll put the batteries on, and avionics masters. I put the flight plan in, so not that I'll follow it necessarily on here. I'm just going to fly practically VFR with the help of little nav map. Okay, now is there a fuel? That's the fuel, isn't it? Is it on both? Takeoff, landing, fuel. Yeah, I think so. Don't know if we need. Is that the primer? Right, I haven't flown a 172 for a while, so hopefully we'll be okay. Right. Let's see. Anything else I need to do? Okay, so we'll see if we can start up. Is the handbrake on, by the way? Where's the handbrake? That's the handbrake. Let's see if we can start her up. Oh, one thing I better do is fill up with some fuel. Oops, not that one. I always go the wrong one. Let's put about 3/4 nearly of fuel. 25%, just over 3/4. That should be sufficient. Okay.
Clear prop.
Nope. What else do we need to do then? What's not? So we have to have the alternators on? Wouldn't have thought so. Beacon lights on. Do we have to have it on each tank, maybe? Have a look. Oh yeah. Nope. Didn't like that either. Huh? Nope. Oh well. What am I doing wrong? Does this thing not start on its own? Let's turn the avionics off for a minute. I don't think that makes any difference though. What have I forgotten? Surely. Is that there? Why that in? Don't know what that is. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's both fuels, so we'll leave it on both. Right, managed to get it started in the end. Okay, now we'll put the avionics on. And we'll put the alternator on before I forget. Put our taxi lights on. Nav lights on. Okay, let's see if we can taxi round. Now, I don't know what the weather's doing. I'm going to check the weather in Faro. Is it LPFA, isn't it? Is it LPFA? LPFR, beg your pardon. Winds, I'm thinking of. I can see it's clear sky. Right, winds at 220. Well, there is a plane coming into land on whatever the runway is facing west, so excuse me. Okay, let's see. Clear, clear, clear. I've got live traffic on as well, so I'll have to watch out for the big jets coming into land. Okay, lights, parking brake off, and see if we can move. We're gonna move. Mind that workman. Oh, I'll come round this way. So I'll find the taxiway line. There's that incoming aircraft. British Airways by the look of it. Seen any taxiways yet? Oh, what's that there? Taxiway. That's a parking place. Oh, well, never mind. Nobody parked there. I'll pick up a taxiway in a minute. I think it's over here. Nothing coming down the taxiway. Okay. Right, let's get rid of my mug. Oops, not that one. That one. You get a better view out the cockpit. Can't see anything else coming in on little nav map, so it should be okay to get clearance and taxi out. I intend to fly around about 1,000 feet just to clear some of the hills that we'll be passing. Right, so we'll taxi out to the holding point. Runway 28. So the winds are 220 at 11 knots. Just stop here a second. I don't think I need any flaps for takeoff in the Cessna. I'll put taxi lights off, strobes can go on, and landing lights can go on. Pitot heat can go on. Don't know if we need a fuel pump on, I'll put it on. Oh, maybe that's why it wasn't reacting very well the first time off. Right, runway clear. Yeah, can't see anybody coming in. We'll line up on the runway. And British Airways, I think, has vacated the runway. So we'll take off to the west and head along the coast. Yeah, there's the British Airways aircraft. It's Heathrow to Faro, British Airways 2694, that was. Okay, I don't think I need flaps, do I? No, I don't think so. I'll have a full mixture full forward. Airspeed's alive. Knots. Well, the wind's tipping us a bit there. Get off the ground before we hit the runway with the right wing. And we've got a fixed undercarriage on this thing, so no gear to come up. Gradually bring the nose down a bit, I think. Get the speed up a little bit. Along the coast. Along the fine sandy beaches along the Portuguese Algarve. Nice cliffs along the Algarve as well, a bit further up, so we'll keep sort of along the coast. We're coming up to 1,000 feet, so see if I can trim it down a bit. Now, why is it trimming up when I'm trimming down? Trim wheel, let's try that. I just find these GA aircraft a little difficult to trim sometimes. I think we've got an autopilot on here, have we? Very much doubt it. What's down here? Oh, I might have. Getting a bit higher than I intended. Right, 1,000 feet. that's not it. Altitude. No. Bring the throttle back. Might help. Stayed in a hotel along here somewhere. Not sure exactly where it was. How's that trim working? Yeah, it is working. It's very difficult to trim this. Too far away from the coast. That's not to do with that, is it? So I'm just playing about with my trim wheel, because maybe that's what's causing the problem, but it doesn't appear to be. Maybe it is. Bear with me a minute while I try and trim this thing off, and then we can fly a bit more comfortably. It's the winds that are causing it, but keep trimming it down. It always wants to go up in the air. This is a default aircraft as well, so I don't know how well it handles, to be honest. As soon as I let the yoke go, it's trimming and trimming down all the time, but only trim so far. I'm trying to use my trim wheel in case it's that's the yoke that's causing the problem. It's a bit better. That's the trim on there. Trim nose up slightly, but right through the cockpit there for some reason. Fabulous beaches along the Algarve here. Oh, where's he gone? Oh, there he is. We'll go with the drone if I can. Right, heading out to sea again. So I'm too busy trying to get some views. Never mind, we'll stick in the cockpit. I don't like flying outside the cockpit, to be honest. We can see enough as it is. We're just round about 1,000 feet at the moment. Needs to have leveled a little bit better. Right, so we'll head back this way. Have a look out the window. Yeah, I don't know, has it got let's have a look. No. Oh, let's put. So it has got a semblance of an autopilot. So I'll put it onto the heading mode. I'm not going to put it on a nav mode because I might want to change things a little. So I'll put it on 330, shall we? Does that work? No. Why is it on VS mode? I don't want it on VS mode. Wee bit turbulence. Okay, there's another little guy flying around here somewhere. Ram 981, can't see him. What height's he at? Oh, he's at 37,000 feet, that's okay. Oh, it's the sand dunes here. It's I'm a child de pera along here. Then we zoom out, we lose the interior for some reason. A few sand dunes there. Bobbing around a lot. coming up to first stop shortly. A little bit different in the sea textures there, look. Different big maps taken at different times, I guess, because this looks pretty calm along here. I don't know. Well, we got the winds are fluctuating around 274 to 305 knots. Shouldn't be bobbing about quite so much, I don't think, at 5 knots. Right, so we'll, as it's the first leg to Pereira. Is it Pereira? Portimao, sorry, I beg your pardon. First leg is to Portimao, so we need to land at Portimao. Oh, and I didn't start my Skytrack recording. What a nuisance. Never mind. I'll quickly do this route again in a straight line later. Make sure we start it next time. I'm always forgetting it. Well, it bobs around a lot, this thing, doesn't it? I think it's probably because we've got a bit of a somewhat of a crosswind. I think it's coming across here, quite breezy. A lot of these GA aircraft don't seem to like crosswind too much. I wonder if I went a bit faster, it might steady it a bit, perhaps. Or it could be, where's my FS realistic? It could be something to do with this. Let's see if there's a profile cloud. Pro update. Let's try this one. Fix turbulence. Turn that down a bit. Turn that up a bit. Range of movement 100. I don't think it would normally bob about that much. Don't know. Okay, so we're crossing the Praia da Rocha over here. Portimao is a little bit in front. I hope it's not making you too seasick. It's terrible in the wind. If we turn around into the wind, whether it helps. Probably not. So we got this is Praia da Rocha here, this beach. too happy with this bobbing about. Right, how do I take this autopilot off? Maybe that will help. Maybe it's the autopilot that's causing the problem. Right, I won't use the autopilot again. I think that's our runway there, just past the trees to about 1 o'clock. So we will see if we can get our speed down. It's still bobbing. I think it might have been because I turned around into the wind. Maybe the next leg might be a bit better because we're heading more into the wind direction. Coming over these trees. Then we'll have to drop down. Sharp drop by the look of it. Right, flare, close it off. Oh, come on, drop, don't float. Ouch. Not the smoothest of landings by any means. Still, as I say, I'm not too familiar with this particular model, and it seemed to react quite badly to various turbulences. Let's head back down to this terminal at the other end, and then we'll quickly stop. Well, I don't need to stop because I didn't actually start that. Well, I suppose I better start it for the next leg. So what we'll do, we'll stop the video here and then I'll start a second one for the second leg. How about that? Because then I can try and sort a few of these things out. I might even switch planes. So, where's the exit here? Is it here? Looks so it is. No. That's right at the end. Yeah, I might stop this video and switch to the Beechcraft, which I've flown before and it seemed to work quite well. So, let's try a different aircraft from here for the next leg. Probably ought to try something with big tyres if we're going to land on a dirt strip, but we'll see how we get on. A strange sort of reflection up in this top corner on this as well, which I'm not too keen on. I don't know if you noticed it earlier, but we'll just stop here for a minute facing the runway. Not sure where the parking positions are when we come back, but we can always go off across the grass. Okay, well, as I say, I'll stop the video there. Whoa, whoa. But the engine's the wrong way. Right, parking brake on. And shut the mixture down. Okay. Right, well, we'll start the next leg shortly. But for the time being, I'll stop this recording, and the next leg will be on a separate recording. So hopefully you'll come back and join that one as well, or watch it if you're watching after it's been posted. So for now, I'll say cheerio, and look forward to the next legs of the tour of Portugal.